Alrighty, first podcast, Two Bears in a Cave. I'm Cub Scout.
I'm Daryl, dirtbag, if you will. You might hear that a few times.
So, basically what I want to talk about tonight is roommates.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because we've been joking about that the past couple of weeks, just with how I keep clashing with my roommate, just personality-wise and whatnot. But,
yeah, it's funny because we've all got stories and it links back to you in some way because of the whole Holly and Clinton ordeal I went through too, and you knew her through work. And
so what was the whole deal there? How'd you guys meet?
Well, I knew Clinton through my now wife's parents. He hung over there, used to smoke dope or whatever. Just dumb kid shit. And he was a friend of the family over there, so that's how I met him. And ultimately, they're the reason why I ended up together with my wife. Well, before we were married, we wanted to all get the fuck out of current situations that we were in. So we all four were like, hey, let's rent a house. It's a good idea. We're all buddy-buddy now. But as you know, that shit could get dark.
Yeah, and that's actually the whole point why I wanted to talk about this, because I've only ever been roommates with, like, my best friends in the world. Known them since I was, like, some of them since I was, like, 13 or 12, just going on forever. And no matter how good a friend you are, like, you realize how much you fucking hate a person whenever you're their roommates.
It will get dark, man. It'll take a turn. See, mine is on the opposite end of the spectrum because I was, let's just call it peepaw mode to keep his name out of it, just in case. But I was going through that phase of my life where it's like I had separated myself from a lot of my friends wrongly, but I was just fucking curmudgeon old man at the age of 23. And this fucker kept inviting people over in there, people I didn't like. I fucking hated them. They were douche pipes and fucking, I don't know, just homoerotic shit going on my back porch. So he's like, we're throwing a Halloween party. I was like, no, you can fucking go to one, but there's not going to be a goddamn Halloween party. And fucking get home from work, man, and there's a bunch of strange people dressed up in weird, like, creepy David Fincher movie costumes, like, make your fucking dick crawl up inside of you looking at some of these girls with white face paint and shit. Just weird motherfuckers that you know are on Lexapro and fucking Zoloft. Just weirdos.
This is that same house?
All fucking been out of shape. Yeah, this is the house in Lakeland. Really been out of shape. So the next day he gets home and I'm fucking shit-faced. And no matter how good of friends we were, dude, all that shit was out of my mind. I was just fucking in fight mode. And this dude's an ogre. I didn't give a fuck. I broke the sliding glass door.
I remember that.
Pushed him, and we still had like 8 months left on a year lease. So the rest of that 8 months, I was just basically stuck in my bedroom. He was stuck in his. No one wanted to use the living quarters. Everyone just kind of, went our separate ways, and passing each other in the hallway was fucking, the worst thing. We both dreaded it. You could tell in his eyes, you could tell in my eyes. We just fucking, it got to that sick point to now, I only talk to him, man, maybe once or twice a year we'll call just to see what's going on. And it's like, nothing much, man. What about you? Just bullshit small talk, knowing that, hey, we can do this shit from a distance, but never again. I don't even know if I want you in my house,
And it's even harder whenever your roommate's a female. Like, as you mentioned, Peepaw, he's now engaged to one of my best friends in the world, and we were roommates for 2.5 years, different places. Actually, it was the better part of 3.5 years. And we really did click, but like that's when it's funny because there's two types of roommates. There's the person who's always just gonna like be the responsible one of the house, take care of like the bills, and you just kind of give them your money. And there's like just the shitty roommate. And it's always the single person.
Yep.
And like you said, like I was in peepaw mode too before. When you're in a relationship, you kind of want to just kind of chill out, come home from work, drink a beer, watch a movie, just do nothing, just waste away. But now I'm in my 20s, and when we were roommates, they were just kind of like starting out in a relationship, so they both wanted to be like, oh, I can stay up later than you, I can party harder than you, and it was cute. As time went by, my mentality didn't change. Like I just wanted to keep partying and like every weekend just throw a fucking party, like burn through a keg easily. You usually had to run back and get more.
And let's preface this by saying she might be one of the easiest persons on the planet to fucking get along with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And for that situation to turn out slightly sour, let you know that roommates are just a fucking bad idea altogether.
Yeah, and it really wasn't sour like that. Honestly, if I had to say my favorite roommates of all time was this couple. Like, just amazing people. Like, just If you ever need anything, they're always there, and they're still like that to this day. And like it was actually really sad whenever we weren't roommates. But that's the only time I've ever had a roommate that I just didn't want to fucking strangle. You know, I've been roommates with my brother. I've been roommates with my cousins.
Yep.
Like best friends since like middle school, stuff like that.
McFatty,
Yeah.
Pyro.
Yeah, and even
Crazy
with,
motherfuckers.
So yeah, I mean, and it was cool because I always wanted to be like, because I think of myself as a responsible person. You know, I do the dishes, I shop, I grocery shop, and I'm a really clean person.
Well,
but, like,
responsible in the way that your priorities are straight, but irresponsible in the way that you're fucking in your 20s still, man. I hate to go back to the stupid Lil Wayne shit, but you do only live once, so you gotta have fucking fun.
And that's true. Yeah. I don't want to be 50 years old, wrinkly, looking back in my 20s and being like, man, I really should have lived it up before I'm just ugly as shit and wrinkly. So and that's like my mentality now. I would say on a good month, I have or go to 3 parties at least, you know, or go out and try to do something. You know, just you know, have stories, you know, stuff to talk about, bullshit about, and just hang out and have a good time. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys, like I said, you know, looking back and just hating everything.
Well, that's why it's so weird, because you want to be that dude, but then around the house that you pay rent in, you still end up walking on fucking eggshells.
That's true.
Like you're married to someone that you don't love anymore. Like you're like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. And that's kind
you're
of like,
always trying to please someone else, and guess what? You're not getting to stick your dick inside them at the end of the night, so there's no fucking point in it, man. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but shit, if you can get out.
And I kind of dig the setup I have now with my roommate. Like, we're both the responsible and we're both the shitty roommate at the same time. We just change off. It's interchangeable, so it works.
Right, and in 2 different ways.
Yeah, exactly. You know, with the point that, you know, he's on time with everything. You know, we aren't late on our bills. Like, we have a really good system set up now. It was a little rough at first because we get paid on alternate weeks. But,
and
you know, the other thing.
alternate schedules. I mean, you gotta find each other to fucking, you know, do the math.
Well, yeah, you know, complete opposite schedules. Like, he works Friday through Tuesdays. He works overnight shift. He goes in and he gets there at 10, and he's home by, you know, 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, and that's depending if the person to relieve him from his shift is.
So right at the end of a good old night of drinking, that motherfucker's been working all the goddamn time.
Yeah, so it's,
you just fell asleep, and that motherfucker's just getting home from work. So
yeah. And the thing is like, the worst part about it is I understand why he fucking hates it. Like, we throw parties here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's his house. You know, that's the bottom line. It's his house, and I rent from him.
But if it was on a Thursday night or a Wednesday night, you know.
Well, his Wednesday and Thursday, that's his days off.
Right.
You know, so if he was throwing a party, that would fucking piss me off.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is like we throw a party on a Friday or Saturday. We have like everyone's here. You know, like right about 9 o'clock. You know, he's getting dressed for work, getting in the shower, and doing all his good
and
stuff.
He's just glaring out of the corner of his eye.
That's
like,
fucking what it is.
Motherfuckers.
That's exactly what it is. And he walks out and he's like,
sons of bitches.
and then you just hear this fucking sigh of annoyance. Like, it could not be louder. Like, he had to take the deepest breath to fucking get this out. And then everyone hears it. Doesn't care if there's music or people partying. It's just going to work. You know, and you know, like, he's just waiting to come home to be mad at something. Just fucking pissed about something. It doesn't matter what it is. The littlest thing, like, 2 weeks ago when we had that beer pong party here, you know, I made it a point. I was drunk as shit. We all were, really. And I was drunk as shit. And I was like, you know what? I don't want Drew to have anything to come home to be upset about. And so I did the dishes. I took out all the trash. There was like 2 recycle bags like full of beer cans and bottles. And despite my best effort, you know, I still left 3 of the dining room table chairs out here. And I get it. It's a really expensive dining room set that his mom gave him. And it's like, you don't want it to get ruined, you know. You want to take care of it.
Yeah.
So I leave it out here, and then you know, of course, it's, you know, open in the back end part, so I can get a little weather. It's been rainy right now, but
Plus it's Florida,
like,
humidity,
so
wood.
I pass out watching TV at like 4 a.m. You know, like, so I'm fucking out, dude. I'm out, and like I hear him come in, and immediately, without even like a thought to like what the house is gonna look like, just already pissed. I heard him slam the door, and it kind of woke me up, and I immediately get a Facebook notification like within the minute. And it's like, come home from work, you know, at 6:45 in the morning, and the house reeks of fucking booze. My fucking dining room table chairs are outside. And it was like a list of a few things. And in my head, I'm like, you know, that's not too bad.
You're gonna straighten up, mister. Get out. All right, Mom.
that's kind of what it was. Kick you out of my home if you don't cut that hair. It was just like that. I felt like I was just being browbeat through Facebook, and it was very passive aggressive. And I wanted to comment on it and be like, you know, hey. And, you know, looking back at what an awesome party we had with all the shit going on, the mess and the beers that were spilled and stuff like that. Some chairs were left outside, and the house smelled of booze. I'm sorry, yeah, that sucks. But in all reality...
Yeah, and
like,
on the back you got 2 sliding glass doors, a big ass window, and a bunch of screen. I mean, nothing got fucked up. Nothing ever does.
Nothing ever gets
The
fucked up.
worst thing that has happened is the past 2 parties, and I actually called out the room, not knowing who did it, but someone pissed all over the floor in the bathroom.
It was.
And was it? Did he admit to it?
No, but we all know has a peeing problem.
God, man, that's like my pet peeve because
Not only that, he was drunk as
I
shit.
go
Like,
into someone else's bathroom, dude, and I'm meticulous about that shit. That shit bothers me because I wouldn't want someone doing that shit to me, but.
yeah, no, it's been like that before. I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, I had woken up and there's been like puke in the sink.
Is your pappus getting in the way? Your fucking upper dick area is so fat that it's squeezing the piss out sideways, or what the fuck is going on?
I honestly, I just think he was drunk and was kind of doing the little wobble thing. Just had like a counterclockwise fucking.
Well, sit down
around.
like a girl, man. If you can't hit the hole, it's a big fucking.
And not only that, you get to enjoy the Jumanji poster I have in my bathroom if you sit down. You can't really see that thing.
And I was looking at, they got these cool fucking, as a sidebar, these cool little bamboo things halfway up the wall, like a African wainscoting, like halfway up. Yeah, and then I was looking in between, and I was like, "There's holes in this fucking drywall."
I think that's why she put it up.
Yeah.
Because like
instead of fixing it, let's
it
just
is
put
so
up some
fucked up
bamboo.
because they put the drywall studs in, and then I think she tried to take them out to put them back through, and the drywall is so shitty here that like if you try to unscrew, it just circles around and makes a big hole.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually anchor.
That's how it is at our house. Built around the same year. It's just like fucking. It seems like it's only 1/4 of an inch thick. Like I could dump this shit and they'd put a hole in it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like I was hanging up that magnet that holds the butcher knives and the cutlery and whatnot on the wall, and I did it twice before I actually got it to sink
you
in.
gotta tread lightly and leave yourself enough room just in case you put a hole. That
Your fucking curtain's so close to the studs and so close to the like it's that, and I think and one of the rooms I think it might be sheetrock, but I don't know. It just fucks up so bad if you're not careful with it.
Yeah.
You gotta have a really good stud. Anyways, back on topic with the.
I digress.
With the whole situation, I get it, dude. I know why he's pissed. It's not about that the house smells like beer, and it was.
Yeah, that's the weird dichotomy of it. Is you're grown up enough and you're intelligent enough to see both sides, but at some point in your mind, when you've had that 3rd, 4th, 5th beer, 2nd, 3rd shot, you don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
You see his point, but it's like whatever, dude. Go clean out your fucking panties. Change your maxi pad.
And I don't think it was anything about that. I mean, in all reality, 2 of those chairs have been out here for months, and we just brought an extra one out because we had more people out here.
It was just the whole time he was at work.
We were partying, having
stayed on his fucking face that he had. We spoke about earlier,
making his fucking day longer. Like fuck you guys,
son of a bitch.
And then Wednesday and Thursday, those are like real chill nights. Through the week, you're kind of coming up on the weekend. You just want to get through it, go to bed early, get out work on time and shit like that. And I get it. So like that, that's my like settle down time. Usually Wednesday and Thursday, they kind of like settle down. Because conserve my money for the weekend. And no, I
luckily
like
what he does not piss you off, because he'll just.
And you brought up Pyro earlier, and funny story sidebar about.
Oh, he's 2 different dudes.
It's true. Like he's very clean and messy at the same time. It's funny. His own personal space is super fucking clean, but common living area is not. Like he's not a dish doer. He's the guy that will eat cereal off a plate with a spatula. And I hate to steal that joke, from Nick Swartzen, but it really is the fucking truth. Like every time I hear that joke, I think like this is the first thought in my head is Pyro. And I lived with him for about 8 months, and I've left a few places early, like broke the lease because I just couldn't fucking do it anymore. And that was the second time being roommates with him. And I figured it might be easier since it wasn't 5 guys living in a 2-bedroom apartment.
But the one time, the 5 guys in the 2-bedroom apartment, I could see where it caused problems. But as an outsider coming into that situation, it was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was living in Winter Haven. You're on North Side in Lakeland. Fuck, I got somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll just crash on this couch, get stuck in this fucking piece of shit couch.
Dude, I'm proud to say that I've survived 26 years without ever having to go and buy my own couch. Like I always have a friend who's getting rid of a fucking couch. And if I don't want the couch, I just take the pillows off. Make like a nice little pallet area. But the funny story about him and here's how our relationship, our friendship, not just our roommate relationship, it was ruined. I was seeing a chick, and at the time we were hiring for it was kind of like for a holiday rush, really. That sounds I had, like, platinum blonde hair, like the cute frame, like kind of thick glasses, and just like really slutty clothes. And I was like, man, I gotta bang this chick, dude. That's my goal in life. She's not gonna work here forever, so it's not gonna cause a problem. So like, I introduced myself, get her phone number.
Let's be honest, that's your fucking MO.
So and
coworkers.
Dude, I happened to eat on the toilet too.
Never meet some slut at a bar, but yeah.
So, but I mean, the thing was, it was temporary, and like for the point, all intents and purposes, her name is Charlotte, and this girl like went into crazy stalker mode like right off the bat, and like it. And what made me like really like hate this girl is like I'm not a parent, but I know how parents should act, especially around their kid. This girl, she had a 1-year-old son, and she drove it was like a 2007 Mustang, a bright yellow Mustang. It was a nice car, and like she had her car seat in the back. She's like, hey, you know, I got my son today. Is it cool if we just come by and hang out? And I was like, yeah, sure, no big deal. You know, I like to meet your son. But I guess at some point in the ride, she had to like stop her car, slam on her brakes or something like that. She didn't buckle in the car seat. So this kid's car seat like pinched in between the back seat and the driver's seat, so it's hanging where the kid is just hanging there with his arms and feet down because of gravity. And but she was listening to her music so loud she couldn't hear him crying. So like she's like so she pulls up, I meet her out there, and I open the door to go get him out, and this fucking baby is just hanging there like just and
like he's on goddamn Montu or something.
Yeah, he's hanging on there like he's like strapped.
Like the roller coaster got stuck, bitch, and you were listening to goddamn Owl City too fucking loud. You goddamn slut. Help me. Help me.
But I buckled him in. I'm like, you should just go. And I was like, I don't think that's fucking funny. And this bitch is just straight up laughing. Dude, and I'm kind of grinning because it was funny as shit looking. It really was, and he wasn't hurt. So I was kind of grinning, and she's like, oh, ha ha ha. And I'm like, no, you really should fucking go. I was like, this just tells me right off the bat you're a shitty person.
Right.
Yeah, so this girl starts crying. I'm like, I was like, we've only been kind of hanging out like a week and a half. It's like not a big deal. This just tells me that if this was my child, I was like, I'd be really upset, you know. So I mean, I don't want to, be that dude who tries to make excuses for you because you're a shitty mom, and he's probably a great dad, and I just hear all the negative shit that you have to say about some fucker, So
and I mean, I know you agreed to it, which is cool on your part, but most dudes would be kind of wigged out only knowing a chick for a week and them saying, hey, you want to meet your kid?
And she was around the office, so I mean I kind of got to know her, and I really just wanted to fuck her, dude. And I'm not even gonna lie, I really did. This girl was hot. Like she's actually a stripper right now. Like she tried to hit me up about a year ago, and she was like, hey, you should come out to my club, blah blah, out in Orlando. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking good. I was like, I've already seen you naked. It's no big deal.
Well, see, that's really all you had to say. We could go into the stereotypical irresponsible stripper.
Yeah, I think she was a stripper before, and then she started working on the job, then went right back.
Bull. Shit.
That girl was dumb. Anyway, no, but anyways, so I called it off with her. Then, like, the next day, I get a text from Pyro, and it's like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, and, the time that Charlotte's been hanging out or whatever. No, I'm not even kidding, dude. He's like, in the time that we've been hanging out, like, I really like this girl. If you don't want to hang out with her, then don't. I was like, dude, she's just a shitty person. I was like, I don't recommend it. And he's like, I wasn't asking for your permission. I was just letting you know that we're going to hang out.
So she's going to be giving you permission. I was just trying to let you know that.
That's really what it was. And it didn't get like fisticuffs hostile or anything like that. So, yeah. So I wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I hear my door creaking open like from shitty hinges. And then so I'm like looking around, and my eyes are trying to adjust to the fucking dark. And then I just see a fucking face like just in my room. I guess she was staying the night with him, and this girl was like looking at me. And I'm like,
up in the middle of the
I'm like, can I help you? And she's like, I just want to let you know that I just want to be around you. She's like, I just want to be around you, and that's why I'm hanging out with Pyro. And I'm like, yo, you're staying the night with my roommate. You snuck out of his bed to come sneak into my room.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
Definitely creepy.
Yeah, it was super creepy.
On a lot of levels, man.
And I kind of regret the decision, but she's like, and like she wanted to talk, and like so I was like, come in, fucking sit down. She's sitting at my computer table, and she's like, let's talk. And I was like, okay, cool. And so, long story short, she ends up blowing me, and that was a terrible decision because it only got worse. So it just gets worse from there. So it goes on, she basically moved in. She got kicked out of her house.
Did it get to the creepy place where you're trying to hint to Josh?
No joke, dude. I was fucking sitting down I was like, yo, she snuck in my room last night. We started talking, and he got mad at me that I let her blow me. And I was like, yo, dude, I was like, I don't know what to say. He's like, dude, we're not even sexually active yet. You know, we've only been hanging out like 2 days. I'm like,
that's good because I have chlamydia.
I was like, dude, she. But she's like, hey, I was like, hey man, she told me that she's only hanging out with you so she can basically stalk me. He's like, that's fucked up.
You're jealous.
Yeah, pretty much. It was the you're jealous conversation. So I'm like, I'll let it play out. So in the meantime, I'm kind of like lining up my like next place to live, and that's actually why I moved into Anita's house originally, because I needed a.
Good, because you don't want some creeper showing up like the fucking Grudge with her face in your face, waking up with some pale face. And then getting blown.
But
that's not so bad.
But I mean, it got to the point where I was like, hey bro, I'm moving out, man. And like, the funniest thing was, he's like, yo, we're not even together anymore. Like, she got arrested. She was fucking shoplifting at the Lakeland Square Mall.
With her kid.
Yeah, she was. No, man, dude, you nailed it right in the head. She was putting shit in her fucking stroller, I guess. And she got caught, so she was in jail. And then,
Kid did it, not me.
Yeah, and like, I was like, all right, man, I'll settle down, squash this shit, no big deal. About a week later, she's fucking at the house again, and I was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, she got kicked out of her house, she has nowhere else to go. He'd been saving up money to fix up his old Trans Am that he had. He spent his entire savings, I want to say it's close to, if not above, $1,500, to bail this girl out, make her car payment, make her insurance payment to get her restarted again, and just spent everything.
So he ruined his fucking Joe Dirt fantasy for some stripper broad.
No joke. Soon as so he got her out of prison. She was at the house. And she's like, I'm about to move to Orlando, don't tell Pyro. And I told him, I was like, dude, she's about to fucking bail on you, and you just spent all this money on her. He's like, no, dude, no. I think, and he's thinking I'm trying to fuck with him.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
This girl disappeared. Dude, just broke his heart, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm moving out.
Funny thing, left the kid right in the living room, hanging upside down, stuck in a fucking car seat.
Like, she's like, pin him up in between like the movie shelf and the
Get
TV.
a call 20 years later, hey.
Yeah.
I think he forgot something that one night.
But no, it's just funny, and I digress again. Going back to just roommates, like you always find yourself, no matter how good of friends you are with somebody, like things get uncomfortable. Like whenever, like because you start having to get used to other people's like habits and, like you said, eggshells.
Yeah, you
your house, you're renting, whatever.
Man. Even though you're paying rent, you still gotta act like you're living with your fucking mom.
Fuck up.
We got 2 more people on the podcast. We got JBL and Juicy, which funny enough, they actually are roommates. Have you guys had any drama with that lately?
A little bit.
Can you explain? I want to hear your side of the story, and I don't care how fucking awkward it is. Then I want to hear what you got to say about
Well, I
it.
walked into the bathroom and caught Juicy jerking off to a picture of my family that was hanging on the wall.
Well, here's
With a door
you're right.
explorer shoved up his ass.
Dude, a fucking dude's home, even if you're just renting from a friend, it's your fucking castle. And like, my mentality is, I like to fucking be in my underwear, if not less.
Yeah.
And because this is my house, but I know I'm not the only one here.
Like
so.
Leah just wants her family to stay when they come down from California. I was like, no, the motherfuckers better save an extra month to get hotels because I want to walk out, dong out, man. I fucking pay the rent. I want to go cook fucking bacon in my underwear and grease
Like
splatter.
a real man.
Bacon naked.
A real man cooks bacon in the nude with a sunburn.
Right.
All right, so what's the story? Drew told me that there was a little bit of drama. And
Oh,
I
no,
just didn't
it
get
was
the
not
details.
that. I was just agitated. Like Juicy would go to work, and then and he's like, hey, can I borrow the car? I'm like, yeah, knock yourself out, dude. That's all good. And he'll just be gone. And then I'll wake up, I'll go to bed around 11 or 12, and I got to go to work in the morning, and he's there. I'm like, and I get in my car, and it's exactly where my gas was whenever he took it. So he's like, he puts nickels and dimes in the gas tank to keep it exactly at a quarter tank. That's it.
I'd say that's fair. At least he tried.
But in all reality, when you borrow a car, especially in your situation, you probably should maybe throw an extra couple bucks in there.
I did. I put in.
Just to be like, hey,
Well, I put in 20 one day.
And then I read his text on Facebook, and it's like, dude, I'm so fucking wasted. I don't know how you even got home. I'm like,
Borrowing your car, driving
Yeah,
down.
I like that.
This motherfucker doesn't even have a license. And not only that,
DUI.
well, he was acquitted of that after
Yeah,
what,
I
7
won.
years?
After 7 years, I fucking won.
When you could've been driving after 2.
When I got pulled over, I blew clean. I wasn't even drinking.
World's worst.
But what I
I
had,
thought I was higher.
so what I had to sit down and talk to Juicy. I'm like, oh, bro, if the cops pull you over, I'm gonna have to say that I didn't know you took the car. I won't push charges, but I want you to know that's gonna come up. That I'm like, oh no, I didn't know you took it. I was sleeping. So I'm not gonna get in trouble for that.
And as an insurance guy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I.
I told him that too.
And I haven't been drinking really at all, all week. except for the night.
Except for every night.
Except for every night. Comes in here with beer.
We're doing about 2 4
I've been drinking all week. He's got a tall boy at
and that shit
Natty
lasted me
Ice.
all week. And then my mom's met up with me, and then I went to the beach with them to eat.
Speak up. You're like mumbling about some beef O'Grady's.
I got drunk and
Got Dora the Explorer up his ass.
That's got to be the worst part about being that roommate.
Yeah,
Cause
have you seen that though? Oh, sorry about that. But there is a Dora the Explorer fucking toy that they made, and you know the rockets that you used to get for the pool that you throw in and they zoom?
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking Dora the Explorer. And her head, she's got the mushroom fucking haircut, so this thing is in the shape of a fucking dick and it's rubber. So essentially, they sell at Walmart a rubber Dora the Explorer fucking dildo.
it's like
Pretty interesting.
You think someone in marketing
Talking
would be
about
like,
sex
her haircut
toys.
looks like a goddamn dickhead.
Talking about
You know they have those meetings. Like, I know this is something that everyone's thinking. Should we launch this design? Well, it's the only water dynamic fucking shape that we can do. It has to be a dick to fly through the water at the speed we want it at. We wanted to.
Sorry, this little Mexican girl
So
with
you
a
tell-
mushroom tip.
So
for a
you're
head.
telling me that there's a whole bunch of us wearing lab coats, like, this is the only way we can do it. Talking about sex. Talking about
We're on research and development, like just fucking like designing this toy and like this is the only way we can do it. There's no way around not
The
making
bitch
this
is
like a
exploring,
torpedo dick.
alright.
Talking about sex toys, brought home a fake vagina for me at that, like, Friday night.
Have you used it yet?
Was it molded
She
after
used
her?
it on me. It was just weird.
All right. So
Wait, what?
she used it on you.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. If I am gonna try it out, it would be like by myself,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, but she's like, no, I want to do it. I was like, it's very awkward.
So
Doctors might go home tonight.
She had to like fling it around. She's like, look what I got. And I don't know, man. It was weird.
Just wait. You think that him using your car thing is awkward when you come home and he's pounding that fucking that rubber pussy? You can be like, hey, bro, I know we're fucking roommates and all, but
Juice are gonna come over and be like, hey man.
I don't clean that.
Juice are gonna come over, hey man, do you got syphilis, bro?
Yeah, I just got this these results.
that's the quickest way to catch an STD is use your friend's pocket pussy. No, but I get it. Like it was that sounds like a justifiable reason to be upset. Like and no joke, like and you learn from it. But like it doesn't matter how good of friends you are as a roommate. Like you can't sit your boy down and be like, hey, stop partying, because there's no way to say
That's
that
what I
without sounding like a
told him.
shithead.
That's what I told
He's
him.
like, I don't want to sound like an asshole. I was like, nah, man, I'm actually like glad you said
I was
something.
like,
He's
you know-
fucking Joel or did. Joel's like, oh fuck it.
But I was
have
like, in the long run, I was like, look, you're getting your shit together. You're starting to save up. You're about to get your license back. I was like, I'm gonna get a new car. I'm gonna give him the old car.
Yeah.
Plus,
Just
I mean,
help
at the
out.
end of the day, you told him he could use it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah, that
but
cop-
he gets a
police-
DUI.
He's a repeat offender.
Insurance, police, he told him he could use it. All right, good.
But he's getting his shit together, and then that's the last thing he needs. What, he's gonna serve 2 years in prison or whatever, a year in prison, a year and a day. driving without a license.
You're trying to get
DUI.
in contact with him at the jail. Hey, man, can I get that $400 to get my car out of fucking impound, you dickhead?
So it'd just be a shitty situation. It'd be
I'm glad he
taking
said something, 'cause I was feeling shitty about it.
2 steps forward and like 1,000 steps back.
Yeah, and you want to be careful with that. Just speaking from like an insurance standpoint, like the state of Florida really is cracking down on a lot of that bullshit. Like,
Oh yeah,
there's-
if someone lives in the house, they want them on the policy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're fucking related, they're cousins.
yeah,
some
especially the age of
street
15 and
bum,
19.
It doesn't
Because
fucking matter.
in all reality, like, you don't let someone live in your house without them being in your car. In Florida, if they're in your car and they don't have a policy, your policy will automatically pay for them as a passenger.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why and I get it, and I understand frustration from both points, because I wouldn't want my roommate on my policy, with his driving record and driving habits, and vice versa.
But I also wouldn't want my insurance paying for him, even though he wasn't on my policy. And the insurance company doesn't want to pay for some fucking schlub driving the shit.
It's just rating appropriately.
Yep.
And all in all, it's a good place. I love the house. It's a great location. It's not too far to work. It's pretty much a straight shot, and it's really inexpensive for what it is.
Yep.
And,
Plus, we moved right into a nice little stone's throw between me, you, and Peepaw, like a fucking little straight line.
Well, and even with these guys too. I mean, like they're right down the road too. So and going back into you guys being roommates, I want to kind
Yeah,
of
we're not
recap on
roommates.
where that Dora the Explorer joke came from. JBL has a 5-year-old daughter who has fucking toys out the goddamn wazoo, like in her shower.
Dude, the shower curtain's door up.
Yeah, the shower curtain's door. Like there's mermaid Barbie slides in it. It's a fucking retarded looking shower. Like obviously, and there's like, and if you stay there and you don't have your own toothpaste, you gotta brush your teeth with fucking like training toothpaste.
Dude, it tastes like cotton candy.
It's fucking retarded. It does nothing. It just tastes kind of good and leaves your tongue feeling like shit. Though.
Yeah.
But like so, there's just a bunch of toys around. There's always, and she's a big fan of Dora, and that's where that joke really came from.
You know how hard it is to rub one out in the shower with the shower curtain looking like?
I'm not gonna lie, like I make it a habit. Like if I stay the night at a friend's house, I will fucking spank it in their sink, and it is just awkward because
Why the sink?
Why not? It used to be piss in the sink because it's disrespectful, but now I'm like, you know,
I've peed in everybody's sink.
Yeah.
Everybody's sink.
You just, when you go to a new house, you just pee in their sink.
I've only did it once, and it was treated like it was no big deal. So I didn't want to
It's
do
not
it
a big
anymore.
deal.
Dude, I peed in Joel's sink all the fucking time. That's because he would shut his door and lock it, and I'm like, the bathroom's right there. You can come use the bathroom anytime you want. Yeah, except when the door's locked. And you're
Just come piss between my legs while I take this shit.
Yeah.
That's another roommate issue. Is that why you're not living there anymore? Just
Well, he was paying, I would say,
I was
shit
paying
like
like
that.
I was paying $400 plus like $200 in food stamps.
and he was
And I was
paying,
sleeping on the couch. No
Yeah.
privacy.
and what's the rent out there?
$650.
he was
Go
paying,
fuck yourself.
yeah,
Go fuck yourself.
and none of that, like, there was only,
He's getting the master suite.
He's
cocksucker.
paying $400
You're
for a
pissing
couch.
off the balcony,
He's paying $400 a couch.
Yeah, I
Man,
wasn't
it's
pissing off the
$100.
balcony.
I'll sleep on your couch.
Fuck you.
If I'm sleeping on the couch, I'm
Well,
I'm paying
when his
$100.
tires got slashed, that's where I got fucked up because I had $800 saved up for my license.
let me paint this picture real quick. The one bedroom apartment, like, it literally, you could, like, lay down and stretch your toes and fingers out and touch wall to wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I mean, everything, like, the kitchen is, like,
I mean, it's a nice apartment, but...
the wall to the kitchen is the counter that separates the living room from the actual kitchen, and
Yeah,
the
there's
dining
a
room is to
little,
the side of
a
it.
little eating kitchen with
So,
a little
yeah,
table.
the little nook, yeah, dude, it's a nice apartment. It's overpriced, but I mean, if you want to live in Bartow, I mean, it's one of the better prices. I mean, like,
Well, it's one of the better apartments. I mean, you don't want to get out
Yeah.
the ones by Walmart. You don't want to get,
I live there.
definitely don't want to get in the ones
Bear Creek.
behind Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Good God, you'll live out there.
That was my first apartment. Was
You'll never have change or cigarettes because they will get taken from you.
let me get
one way
your
or the
quarter.
other. Let me get that quarter.
Let me get the quarter.
Fuck.
I don't think I
I
have a
want
quarter.
to, but I'm scared of you.
I put in exact change, bro. I used to just make it get. I was like, yeah, it's in there.
That was in the news.
No shit.
The guy got robbed. Guy asked him for a quarter. He goes, I don't got no money. So he came back with a machete and robbed him with $200.
What is this, the fucking Philippines? You get a fucking machete. Oh, you don't remember me? I was standing next to you at the,
I only needed a quarter, and I'm gonna take that.
Give me that fucking wallet. He got $200
I did
in
the
there.
pirate special at the fucking Renaissance Festival and I got the machete.
I have to say, the guy who didn't get
Spent
the
$10
car
good on it, I gotta get it to you
I
somehow.
bet he felt like an asshole after that, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I should have gave that guy a quarter.
hindsight's
Fuck, my fucking quarter, man. That's why people get fucking shot.
all right.
Wish I had a gun.
Well, new topic.
Fuck you,
Since
Trayvon.
we kind of crossed over into the bathroom area, like I took a shit today, and if just for the record, if you're gonna take a shit at work, dude. Like there's no better feeling than not having to waste your own toilet paper. Number one, and number two, getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. So like I'm making a point every day to just take 10 minutes of personal time, and I don't care if it's a quick shit or long shit. Like I'll just sit there. And
I'll disagree with you on
I
that.
can't shit at work.
Yeah.
I
I
do
can't
just
do
for
it.
the simple
shit at
fact
work?
that that's fucking air conditioning there, man.
But the toilet paper is the worst. When you pull a little, like it keeps coming off a little pad. You're like,
It's fucking prison
yeah,
toilet paper.
yeah.
But see, and I guess I'm with a lucky company. It's double ply. It's nice. It's got the little ridges in it so that way you can get all the nooks and crannies of your cranny. And but so I mean it doesn't bother me. Like, and here's the thing that was bothering me about this shit today. Like every time I go in, like I have a hairy ass. I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat it. And I'm not the kind of person that's gonna just wipe my ass and feel like I'm gonna be clean, because I'm not gonna pick up a piece of dog poop off the carpet and then wipe it off with a paper towel and
Yeah.
and then there's no way like someone in human existence will think that wiping poop off your hand with a paper towel is good. So I had the same concept with myself. So I always wet a paper towel when I go in, and I use it. I kind of wring it out across the toilet seat, and I wipe it up with some toilet paper, and just like make a nice little square out of it. You know, get it ready so I can kind of fold over and keep using the wet one. Anyway,
It's a ritual.
like yeah, it really is. Like, and so I walk in, and
Howie Mandel.
it wasn't an emergency or anything like that. I don't want to give you that impression, but it was the kind of one that it was like a really farty shit.
Yeah, you could
So-
feel it was there. It wasn't coming out, but it was coming out.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, facing away from the toilet, about to sit on it, so I'm taking my pants off, just farting my ass off, literally the whole time, just farting, and I'm kind of smirking. I start to snicker, kind of giggle a little bit. And there's a guy at the urinal. I can see his shoes and shadow and everything. I know he's there. And I know this motherfucker hears me farting up a storm and like laughing at it. And then I sit down right in my own fucking fart cloud. Like, it just didn't hit me. I was like, oh God, I didn't poop yet. It's terrible.
That's why the air was having to pass the poop and
so I'm sitting in my fart cloud thinking, I was like, this is terrible. You know, how could this be worse? And then like it hits me, like, you know, right as I'm sitting down, the toilet seat's warm. And I was like, you know, and it sucks sitting on a cold toilet seat, but I'll take that, you know, 10 out of 10 times above a warm public toilet seat. Yeah. And I don't use a paper ass gasket or anything like that. I just, you know, wipe it off with some water and whatnot. But I don't know, it just...
There's a question. If there's a pubic hair on a toilet seat, would you just completely X out of that toilet and go to the next one?
No.
I would.
No, because like I said, I wring the paper towel out across it, and then I wipe it all down, and then I dry it off.
Would you shit? There's already shit in the toilet?
I would flush it. But and if there's already shit in the toilet, I'd probably just walk to the next one over. I'd probably flush it still because I think that's fucking gross, and people are adults at this facility and should take care of themselves.
We have dirty truck drivers that come into our fucking work, and they'll leave. And I don't know how it gets this way. It's like the world turns upside down for a second. But they'll shit, then they'll wipe, and then on top of the wipe, there'll be more shit. So it's like that second shit, did you not wipe, or did it somehow find its way under the top layer of shit? Like,
oh, no,
why is there a pile of shit sitting on top of fucking the toilet paper that you're supposed to wipe the shit off your ass with?
Could be like the whole
That's a good question.
And they leave it.
Maybe they didn't hit the flusher all the way, and they kind of shifted it around. But that's fucking,
kind of
what a conundrum.
Toilet, man.
What a conundrum.
Yeah. I don't know. The only thing I can come up with is that truck drivers shit toilet paper and wipe the shit.
They keep toilet paper and don't digest it, right?
Yeah. And they wipe toilet paper off their ass with shit.
We have to find it. It's like, oh, I don't want the little fucking embarrassing squares. You know, you gotta wipe it right off with this moist fucking turd.
Fucking strange, man.
Jesus.
That's it. But I can't sit on a public toilet seat though.
I can't, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I can't, dude. I fucking hover.
I just don't anymore.
No, like Rorschach said it.
Start fucking. I get the fucking shakes and shit. It's like, nah, fuck it.
If you watch Watchmen, there's a scene in there where Rorschach's in prison, and he fucking like just burns this dude's face off with hot oil, and he says, what you don't realize is that I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me, and that's my mentality when I shit on a toilet. Like, you know, I'm not worried about the rest of the world. They should be worried about me. That's the bottom line.
I can't hang
you
out
don't know
with
what's coming out of my
orifices.
orifices.
Dirty criminal, but I can hang out with some giant blue dude with a giant blue dick in my face all the fucking time.
Dr. Manhattan's the shit, though.
That's true. There's no need for clothes.
I don't want to hang out with dudes that I know can rape me.
Not only that, he doesn't just rape
Not
you.
that he doesn't want to.
He's
but
technically a god.
No, and it's not that. It's not that he would just
why
rape
does he
you.
even have a dick? He could just you're fucking pregnant.
He probably could.
Get rid of your dick.
He can't. The whole superpower that he has is like he can rearrange like atoms and matter. He can reorganize matter. He can take.
So he was really probably born with a tiny dick, and he's like, rearrange, motherfucker.
Yeah,
probably.
So, I gotta look good in this fucking loincloth.
He doesn't wear a loincloth.
Well, he does like.
He does it.
Yeah. You know, and
he did it when he was a giant, which I thought was very funny.
I was about to say the same thing.
So when he's in Vietnam, like the scene when he's in Vietnam,
he's wearing
just
fucking underwear,
destroying fucking
blasting
North Korea, yeah. So and he's wearing a loincloth, like, you know, the helicopter's flying by him.
He's wearing those fucking blue, those dark blue panties. Yeah. He's not wearing a loincloth, but dude, it's ridiculous.
Like Hulk Hogan.
The only time you should really be naked is when you're a giant fucking. Like,
it's like when you're in China, like, you know you're gonna be naked in front of a whole bunch of people. You want to chub it up a little bit. You want to smack it around a little bit. You know.
Did you say why we're in? Did you say why we're in Chinatown?
Huh?
What did you say? Why we're in Chinatown?
That's what I thought. That's what I
said
heard.
China.
No, we
My
have
shit looks
girls
giant
around.
next to a Chinese dick all day.
Common sense, man. We have girls around. Like, if you're going...
For some reason, I heard Chinatown.
I heard China.
I heard it too, man.
I didn't hear the town, but...
And I was like, you realize Vietnam was actually in Vietnam.
Yeah, I said North Korea. I said North Korea.
They're all the same.
Fucking same thing.
Asian country.
They're all a little gooky.
Easy. We'll edit that out.
No, I mean in the 70s. Now it's all. It's
cool
Yeah,
now.
it's been like...
Yeah, back in the 70s they were way gooky. Now they're just people. They bleed red.
It's been 20 years. It's funny now.
It's that cute fucking old person slight racism that you can still laugh at because it's cute because they're old.
Oh, that was a funny nigga.
It's like, grandma, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, Leah's grandma was that way. Crazy Christian, but fuck, man. start getting going on the Japs and shit.
Dude, I heard the funniest shit.
It's wrong either.
Well, I mean, it's a different time, you know. We're
Exactly.
gonna say some shit like rim job fairies and stuff like that, just and our grandkids will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with my
Well,
grandparents?"
the new word,
Your
all of a
fucking
sudden,
granddad's gay as fuck.
all of a
Your
sudden,
granddad told me rim job fairies.
No, it'd be
the
some
lesbian
old-
and gay
some
community
word.
is getting mad at the word tranny. It's like, man, it's just a fucking, like, abbreviation of the word transsexual.
You know, and
It's a fucking abbreviation.
you know, and I
Just like Jap.
I get
It's
being,
short for Japanese. Why are you gonna get mad at Jap? What the fuck?
It's also short for jalapenos. In the
You know, if I was gay,
yeah,
talking about
extra
Chick-
Japs on my sub there, please. I want to eat fresh today.
talking about Chick-fil-A, if I was gay,
Oh, fuck you.
I would eat at Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and fuck my lover if I was gay.
Well, you'd have to
And take a
break in
picture.
and
And
cook.
take a picture while I'm eating.
Why? Why? I don't. This is what I don't understand. Why?
As it, to be funny.
It just sounds like a cry for attention, really.
Chris and I were discussing all just dressing as gay as fuck, being big straight males.
You-
Dressing gay as fuck and
You'd be
going
called a
there.
bear.
Dude, he would love that fucking picture with the guy pushing the wheelchair.
This is this
You see
dude. I posted. Oh
That
my
was pretty
god.
funny.
Yeah, dude, seriously, the guy could probably beat all of our asses.
Yeah, dude's
And
jacked.
he's wearing a pink Borat like bathing suit.
One
That's the best way to
piece.
describe like the Borat
Like
thing,
the
but
Swiss-
hot pink.
Swiss-
It's an
Yeah,
80s
Swiss
chick
pieces.
workout
High side.
unitard.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
wearing stilettos and a blonde wig, and the guy is completely jacked, pushing a
I don't think it
wheelchair.
was a wig, man. I think he had a platinum blonde mullet. That's what it looks like. It looks like if Doggy
He had a
Down
black
Hunter,
beard.
like 25 years ago, it was jacked as shit on steroids and went to the tanning bed every day, which she probably does or did. Pushing, it looks like, was it an old lady?
No, it was a guy smaller and juicy,
It
like
was
skinny
Steve
wise. He was like he literally looked like he was in a wheelchair.
looked like
He
an
had two
old man.
AK-47s, he's just laughing, like going.
Yeah.
I got
It was
the
a weird
easy
thing.
way to kick that dude's ass. You say, hey man, I'll let you suck my dick. And when he gets there and you fucking double axe handle smash that fucker on the back of the head.
Do you do this before or after you get the blowjob?
My question,
After,
exactly.
fuck, what are you kidding me?
After you get the blowjob from the hot blonde
There's nothing like
in
a
the
chin
bikini.
shovel to really hit the balls right.
Yeah, that man got a beard. Man had a beard.
It was like not even just a beard. It was like fucking solid muttons with like a goatee.
Oh, dude, the best part of it, because his sister was over, she's like, oh, are they real? He's like, well, tell him by the orange tip. I'm guessing not. He's
Yeah,
like,
so
but to be
AK-47.
sure, he looks it up. He's like, no, they weigh like 25 pounds. All right, they weigh like 10 apiece. 15
With a
apiece.
full clip, they weigh about 10 pounds. And his arms are smaller and juicy. I'm like, so no.
Yeah, dude.
So common science says that guy could not hold 10 pounds with his little
That's
twig,
why they
little
like
twig
this.
arms. They're about the size of his arms.
He looked like he was struggling though. It looked like he had him on his chest. But anyways, you know, I want to go back to the play like topic.
The
Like,
A word is a whole another podcast. So let's just not say that.
no, I want to hear your thoughts about the whole play thing, and I understand why you're upset, but like
I'm not upset.
it's not okay. Bad word, upset. I understand why it's controversial.
Are you my emotions now?
I believe I am. But again,
I'm gonna make
back
my
back
emotions
on
after Craig.
back on topic. All right, so what's the situation like?
No,
how does it
be honest with you, I respect him for
No,
straight up coming
Other
out.
people might listen to this, might not. Explain the situation first. Explain what Chick-fil-A is doing first.
Alright, this is
And then
one
you're
thing I
doing
don't
it.
like, is that first he said he's not supporting gays, which is cool. That's completely cool.
Not supported
everybody-
how?
Well,
Huh?
they privately
Because
fund.
we don't.
But this is the big
They
part.
privately fund a bunch of different
Organizations.
foundations and
Yeah.
shit.
to convert gay teens into
Not
straight.
only that, but then anti-gay protests and shit.
Yeah.
They just feed into the bullshit and the stereotype of the hate.
experience.
You know, and honestly, that's news to me. I didn't know that there was funding going on.
That's-
They've
yeah,
been
that's
doing-
what I'm
since
asking
they've been
about
open,
the
they've been
situation.
funding these kind of organizations.
So that's the only thing I really don't like, because they said that they're not, that they choose to be gay, which if you have any kind of intelligence, you know that they weren't.
Yeah,
they
you
don't
don't
choose to be put a
choose
wiener
to
in their
be
mouth or.
gay.
Well, you
or
choose to put
something.
the dick in your mouth, but you don't choose to like it.
Yeah.
You don't choose
You're like,
to
you
be
either
gay.
like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Or you're kind
You
of
can. If
confused.
some dude came up to me right now and was like, "Hey, what you're doing is wrong. You can't be attracted to fucking females anymore. You got to be attracted to dogs."
Well, it's
in
the
my
same
makeup.
concept. They're saying that you weren't born straight. You choose to be straight. It's the
Right.
same concept.
And
That
that's
doesn't even make sense.
I could choose to fuck a dude in the ass right now, but I'd still be straight.
Yeah.
All right, so and everyone has like their balances chemically and like their mindset on how life is to be lived, and but like there's also a lot of urges and stuff that like everyone would go through that would go against Christianity too. So my viewpoint on that is like, why spend your resources and time trying to convert this one group? If there was multiple foundations that there was funds going into, I get that.
You started a business. selling fucking chicken sandwiches. Guess what? Whether I fuck pussy or I fuck ass, just shut up and sell me a fucking chicken sandwich.
But the thing I respect about him, though, is that as a business aspect, that was a bad call. That was a bad call. But he chose his religion and beliefs over money. Which, because marketing, I think it was a bad call. Like oh, fuck, fuck gays, pretty much.
Fucking. All right, but like you said, if you were gay, you would go there and buy a chicken sandwich just as, in spite of them, and go there with your gay lover looking as gay as shit.
No.
So.
No, if I was gay, I wouldn't eat there. I don't eat there now.
But I think more gays probably eat there now to make a point, and then more people eat there now just to show their support. So I mean, all in all, like capital is probably up because of the whole situation. Like marketing wise, yeah, it's just people are talking about it. Like we're talking about it right now.